I like a beer and I like a bet, but not necessarily in that order. It doesn't matter if it's footy, racing or cricket. If the price is wrong, I'll back it.
We're building up to one of the most fascinating sporting weeks of the year. More of that later. But first, tell us about the train journey you went on.
Yeah, as people probably know if they see me on Twitter, I'm quite interested in sort of trains and models and stuff. So I took Henry Jr. down to the Bluebell Railway in East Grinstead. Really good day out. Obviously the sun was shining.
See pictures here?
Yeah, I actually got to drive a train while I was down there. So yeah, it was really good actually. First time I've been, but really good day out. I mean, obviously with like the sort of train lines and stuff, the heritage ones, it's good because you get the history of the line and stuff, and you get the engineering if you're interested in that sort of stuff with the actual engines. Like it was a diesel gala, so you had all the diesel engines down there, and also you get some fantastic scenery. You can have like a few beers on the train and stuff. It's really good day out. So yeah, enjoyed that, and I'm actually starting a new model project in the next couple of days or weeks or so, which I'm going to build a model railway. So I just went down there and spoke to a couple of people as well to get a bit of advice and stuff. So I'm going to try and see how we get on with that.
Well, where did the interest come from initially?
Don't know, it's just one of those things, isn't it? Boys and their toys, I suppose. When I was younger, I was just interested in like going on train rides.
You're not from a train background at all?
No, none of my relations are trains. Yeah, I just sort of, I was always interested in it really. Not really many people in my family drove, so everywhere I went I sort of got on trains. I suppose maybe it come from that, but yeah, it's nice to go on sort of the old trains that used to go on with a kid, bit of nostalgia and stuff, and hopefully I'll be able to build sort of some sort of decent model of them in the next, well, it's probably going to take a good few months. Maybe
and what does that
years.
involve? Does that have a track around your living room and that sort of thing?
Yeah, well, I'm planning to build it. I've got like a downstairs, it's not part of like it's like in a communal area. I'm planning to build it down there in a room down there. And the difficult thing is for me is like the electrics and stuff. I'm okay with the modelling, like making that, but I struggle with the electrics, so I'm gonna have to do a bit of research in that and work out how you can get sort of more than 2 or 3 track loops and all that sort of stuff. Make sure it's all connected properly and I don't blow the place up. So yeah, see how we get on there.
And what does Henry Jr. make of it all?
Oh, he loves it. Yeah, he's been buying trains on eBay before it's even bloody started. So yeah, it's cost me a fortune before we even got going. But that's why I need to back some winners this week. Actually, big punting week.
You're not one of those sort that goes down to Clapham Junction and makes a note of all.
No, I'm not really a spotter. No, I do like to take interest when I go past them and stuff. But no, I prefer the modelling side and actually going and riding them on at heritage places and stuff. So.
Well, keep us updated on that, on how your
it's a very expensive. It's a very expensive hobby as well. Anyone that wants to, is stones over the about, we know how much they cost. So I do seriously need to back some winners to pay for it. So.
Well, that leads us nicely on to what those winners are going to be.
Yeah,
where have you been looking?
I've had so many bets in these World Snooker Championship qualifiers. Way too many to mention. But obviously, if Mater can beat Michael White, that'd be a great result for me. But there's countless others that need to go my way. International, I've backed Bishop's Road at a decent price. I've also backed, what else have I backed? Oh, Justin Thomas in the golf. Don't really know anything about golf, but just sort of fancy him a little bit and followed what Steve Palmer had said. Yeah, and probably a few bets at the football the weekend.
And what would be your biggest bet this week coming up?
My biggest bet is probably Mater to beat White in the snooker qualifiers. But I mean, I've probably had about 15 bets in that, so it's probably going to be quite an up and down week. So I've been following the scores before we come on here, but yeah, it's probably going to be quite an up and down week. I might actually go to QPR Brighton on Friday night, so if I do, I'll end up back in QPR, no doubt. So hopefully they can get the job done.